What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Sports TV, and I am back with another video. This is the rundown discussing boxing's latest news. First up, Regis Prograis, the WBA junior welterweight champion, has finally responded to AB, the camp man, even though I can't whoop nobody's ass anymore, Adrien Broner, who in an Instagram live video pretty much disrespected Prograis in an unwarranted verbal attack. Called my man garbage, said he'd beat his ass, no cap. And Prograis, being the guy that he is, did respond. And I'll post a video in here so you can check it out. All right, y'all heard what he said. He called my man AB a bitch multiple times and said after he get done with his business with Josh Taylor, he won his round with Adrien Broner. You know, Adrien Broner potentially now is talk shit about the wrong guy. You know, Prograis seemed to be pretty upset by the term garbage. You know what I'm saying? And he threw in a funny line. He was like, you know, you ain't want to fight since Adrien Granados, and bitch, you barely won that one. You know what I'm saying? And that got a good laugh out of me. But look, Prograis the wrong guy to be fucking with if you Adrien Broner. Broner has improved himself to be relevant in a long time. If he didn't have the ability to talk trash and sell a fight with his mouth, he would be fucking a pay-per-view opener, not a co-main, you know what I'm saying, and damn sure not a headliner. But with his ability to talk and say outlandish things and say ignorant and ridiculous things, he has remained a big favorite amongst fans who are attracted to that type of nonsense, attracted to that type of entertainment. But I tell you this, everything that Regis Prograis said in his video was the truth. You can check it off. It's like you got a box and you can just check it. Yep, he's garbage. Yep, he's irrelevant. Yep, you know what I'm saying? He's not respected in boxing, and so forth and so on. So what Prograis said, it stands to be supported by not only people that really just don't like Broner, but by the facts. He's 2-1 in his last 5 fights. Arguably, probably should be 1-4. You know what I'm saying? In those fights, because I think he lost to Jesse Vargas. You can make a great case that he lost to Adrien Granados. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't looked like Adrien Broner since he fucking exited 135-pound division when he was a lightweight. So barking up Prograis' tree is the wrong thing. This guy is ascending. He's about to be in a unification fight with another highly quality, highly skilled fighter and champion in IBF, junior welterweight champion, Josh Taylor. So ain't nobody worried about you. The only way Broner can get these guys to even look his way is to say some stupid shit. And he knew that Regis Prograis was going to give him the business. Now, if these two fight, it's a big if. There's no way on God's green earth that Adrien Broner is going to beat him. I don't give a fuck. Adrien Broner has proven to be an inconsistent, questionable IQ, lack of volume puncher fighter to deal with a guy like Prograis. Prograis is a guy that can box, he can punch, he can take a good shot on the chin. You know what I'm saying? And he's constantly evolving, like I said. One guy's ascending and another guy is descending. And when you got Adrien Broner looking like the garbage he called Jose Ramirez and Regis Prograis, you're not even excited about this. Even the biggest Adrien Broner hater don't want to see him get his ass beat like that, because at this point we know who Adrien Broner is. He is a B-level fighter, a gatekeeper that has a big mouth and is associated with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Al Heyman. Those two guys are the only reason why he is remaining relevant, you know. But Prograis is the wrong guy to deal with any of these dudes. Ramirez, Taylor, all these dudes gives him an L, and it wouldn't even be a competitive fight, But Prograis, fired off, and shit, this fight could happen. Only because I feel like Prograis, he felt like the ultimate disrespect. He was blindsided by this. We all know Broner talks shit. We all know that, he is very opinionated. He has confidence, which I think is false confidence at this point, in his ability. And now, he targeted the wrong motherfucker. And Prograis is ready to get off in his ass, man. And I mean, you can't be 2-2 in one of your last 5 fights, talking shit about unbeaten champions, calling them garbage, when you're the one that's garbage. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be interesting to see if Adrien Broner responds back, or will this be the end of it? But rest assured, these two gonna meet each other some way, somehow. Whether it's in a ring or they're gonna run into each other at a fight. Because Adrien Broner is always at the fights. Regis Prograis is always at the fights. And now he has a reason to kind of seek out Adrien Broner, a la Daniel Jacobs when he checked Jamal Charlo last year and really gauged the temperature to see if he really that street nigga that he proclaims to be. So we gonna see. Trust and believe. This is not the end of it. You know what I'm saying? This is not the end of it at all. Cause when Prograis catch him, Prograis gonna step to him like a man and gonna confront him off the shit that, he's been saying. Next up, the IBF has officially ordered Richard Commey and Teofimo Lopez to start negotiations for a fight for later this year. We both know that these guys are promoted by Top Rank, Bob Arum. They have 30 days to come to an agreement before a purse bid is ordered, and I expect them to do so. This fight has been long in the works for the last 6-7 months. Commey originally was supposed to fight Vasil Lomachenko, but he broke his knuckle on his right hand, one of his knuckles on his right hand, so he couldn't fight him as planned. So Lomachenko went instead and fought Anthony Crolla, destroyed his ass, and now he'll be facing Luke Campbell for that vacant WBC lightweight title that was vacated by Mikey Garcia. And if he defeats Luke Campbell, which he's the favorite to do so, he will have 3 of the 4 belts, and he will no doubt fight the winner of Commey versus Teofimo Lopez for the right to unify and become undisputed lightweight champion. But let's talk about this matchup. Richard Commey is 29-2, 26 knockouts. He's from Ghana. He's a good fighter. He gave Robert Easter Jr. hell. He's been in there with Shafikov. He just knocked out Ray Beltran back in June in the 8th round to make a defense of his title. And he's just a proven savvy veteran with a big punch. 26 knockouts in his career. That lets me know that, hey, if he touched your chin, there's a good chance you're going to be hurt, dropped, and knocked out. As for Teofimo Lopez, he is a guy who is 14-0 with 11 knockouts. He's a superb athlete, phenomenal power, excellent boxing skills, has a lot of charisma, a lot of personality, and he, didn't look his best in his last fight against the Japanese guy who was 5'11". While he won and got the, scored a knockdown in the process, it was a learning curve that, a learning experience that he needed to go through. But as you seen in that fight, he was able to make the proper adjustments and maneuver his way through a difficult opponent, which all fighters get at some point in their career. Sometimes it's early, sometimes it's in the middle of their career, sometimes it's late. But the most important thing about this is that Teofimo Lopez, was able to, make adjustments and stay the course and battle through a tough night that really wasn't expected. A lot of people, myself included, expected him to, take care of his opponent within, no longer than 6 rounds. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't happen because this is boxing, and that's what happens when you put a fighter that has just as much to prove to himself and his family against a guy that is pretty much having the world laid at his feet. And when you don't prepare, not saying that's the case with Teofimo Lopez, just speaking in general, when you don't prepare like this is a world title opportunity, then it happens. But look, Teofimo Lopez is gonna be in tough in this fight. He's gonna be in tough. Commey is a better fighter than his previous opponent. He can crack. He's more experienced. He's, like I said, he's been in there with Shavakov. He's been in there with Robert Easter Jr. He's been in there with Beltran. So he brings in a wealth of experience, and he's the champion. So he got that confidence off rip anyway. And he looking at Lopez after his last fight like, man, this dude is he there for the taking. He ain't got like none but 14 fights. He ain't fought nobody as strong as me. He ain't fought nobody as experienced as me. He ain't fought nobody as good as me. So I'ma drown this young motherfucker, and I'ma give him his first L. I'ma set him all the way back, and then I'ma take on the winner of Luke Campbell versus Vasily Lomachenko, and I'm gonna attempt to become the undisputed, unified lightweight champion of the world. I can't wait for this fight, man. This is what Teofimo Lopez been wanting. Teofimo Lopez has been wanting a title opportunity. He's been calling out Vasily Lomachenko. Obviously, after his last fight, it's clear that he's not ready. Some people now are questioning if he's even ready for a Richard Commey. I believe in the young guy's skill. I believe that this is going to be a competitive fight. But I'm not saying he's a shoe-in to win, because that would just be foolish, especially considering what we've seen, and especially considering what Richard Commey has been through in his career and who he's fought. So it's going to be an excellent night of boxing whenever the fight is agreed to and signed, sealed, and delivered. But like I said, this is not gonna be an easy night for Teofimo Lopez at all. All right, final topic, man. Jaime Munguia will be fighting Patrick Allotey instead of fighting two-division champion Jesse Vargas, which we all thought was gonna happen. He said, "No, I'm gonna choose Allotey." Allotey is 40-3 with 30 knockouts. Obviously, this is a cherry pick, a gimme fight for Munguia, who should, and I say should, win this fight by stoppage. Allotey is unknown, but with Jaime Munguia not being the best fighter, especially not defensively, he can eventually get clipped. He almost lost to Dennis Hogan. He should have lost to Dennis Hogan. He went through hell with Liam Smith, and then Takashi Inoue, I believe that's his name, gave him hell. So, look, man, he is not really progressing as the fighter you would want to see him be, especially him being a champion. He's regressing. And eventually one of these fighters are going to catch him slipping and going to spring an upset. And Allotey he could be that guy. You know what I'm saying? He could be that guy. I mean, if you look at his resume, there's no names whatsoever that sticks out. He from Ghana. He's fought primarily in Africa. So I expect him to get whitewashed. He got 3 losses. 2 of those losses come by stoppage. So while he has a chance due to his 70% knockout ratio that's indicated by his resume, if you go through his record, there's no name that sticks out. You know what I'm saying? He lost to Patrick Teixeira. That's the only name. Patrick Teixeira, the only name that sticks out. And he lost to Curtis Stevenson, but he's bounced back since, on a nice 4-fight win streak. And he was stopped by Teixeira back in 2015 or 2015, and then he was stopped by Charles Minucci, back the same year. So look, I don't think. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me say it again. He has Yacht Oslam, a highly touted amateur, who's undefeated with 21 knockouts. He lost to him by unanimous decision. So he has some. He has two notable names on his resume: outclassed in one, knocked out in the other. So I don't expect him to get the victory here. I think this is being set up for Munguia to look good and possibly be set up for a bigger fight, because it's time to get him in a big fight, because you're going to risk losing all the stuff that you didn't put into him if you Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy to a no-name fighter, or a fighter that shouldn't beat him because you can't secure a big fight for him. I know he's limited, and I know they want to try to get him to be better when it's time to step up, but let's be real, the writing on the wall. Jaime Munguia is not getting better whatsoever. He is regressing. He's at a standstill, and he's just not where he should be for a guy that's got 4 or 5 title defenses. Yeah, he's young, but they don't have nothing to do with anything. Because you got guys like Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, you know what I'm saying, and a list of others that are young but are progressing and, getting better. But, we shall see. It's going to be an action brawl, I'll tell you that, because that's the type of fights that Jaime Munguia presents. All action. He doesn't take a step backwards. He comes forward, he throws punches and bunches with bad intentions, and he hurts you. And I'll give him that. He's an excellent fighter to watch in terms of entertainment. So if you're looking forward to a fight on September 14th, be sure to check out Jaime Munguia versus Patrick Allotey. Fight will be on the undercard of Ryan Garcia on the zone. So, stay tuned for that. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn those notifications on, man, to be notified every time I upload content. Drop a comment in the comment section down below. Shout out to the movement and everybody that is moving with us. Be sure to check out 3kingsboxing.com for your latest and greatest updated, unfiltered, and unbiased boxing news and information reported the way it should be. Until next time, I am out. Peace.